me now is American financial analyst, stockbroker, author, CEO, and chief global strategist of Euro-Pacific Capital, Peter Schiff. Now, North Korea just fired a ballistic missile from its submarine off its east coast. It's according to the U.S. and South Korea. Tensions are escalating between the West and China. China has ignored the international community and continues to militarize the Chinese triangle there. Vietnam now moving missiles into the region. Japan becoming more aggressive, retooling its constitution. The Philippines military bases are active again with U.S. soldiers. If war were to break out in the South China Sea, how will this affect Americans who have become absolutely dependent on cheap goods from Asia?
Well, certainly America is in no position to afford a war. I mean, we're really in no position to afford peace. That's how broke we are. But certainly anything that would require the expenditure of more resources that we don't have would simply add to our problems. The government would have to run even larger deficits to absorb those costs, which means it would have to print more money. The Fed would have to create more money to monetize those deficits because Americans don't have the savings. It's not like World War II where we can go sell bonds and the American public is going to write checks. American public is broke. They have lousy jobs or they have no job at all. They can barely survive. They can't afford to pay their own bills, let alone the government's bills. So we're very, very vulnerable to any kind of increase in government spending. But even if there is no war, we're still going to have a financial crisis worse than 2008 because of the problems that already exist, let alone how much worse they would be to the extent that we had some overseas conflict to deal with.
All right, Peter, always a pleasure to have you on the Next News Network. Do you have any projects you're working on you want to plug real quick? Any books?
Well, no new books right now, but I think people should still read my most recent book, The Real Crash, America's Coming Bankruptcy, How to Save Yourself and Your Country. I revised it a couple of years ago, and it's as relevant now as when I first wrote it. And again, I'm always on the internet. People should check me out on my YouTube channel, The Schiff Report, at schiffradio.com. to listen to my podcasts and my video blogs. And don't forget, the most important thing you can do is to save yourself financially right now. We can't really do anything at the ballot box because we're going to be outvoted by a bunch of people who depend on government most likely, but you can do something about your own personal finances. Contact me at my brokerage firm at Euro-Pacific Capital at europac.com is our website, and get yourself some physical gold and silver. We've got the best prices at my gold company. Schiffgold.com is the website for my gold company.
All right. Those are the words of Peter Schiff, the American financial analyst, stockbroker, author, and CEO, chief global strategist of Euro-Pacific Capital. Peter, thank you for joining us once again on the Next News Network. Folks,
my pleasure.
Folks at home, please comment below, subscribe for updates, hit that share button. Let's get this message out to the social networks because this is not stuff you're going to hear every day on the mainstream press. They're compromised, and we're bringing it to you here at the Next News Network. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.